Welcome back, Connect fam. So get ready to be inspired as we welcome a young actress who is truly making waves in the industry with her unwavering faith, determination, and passion for chasing her dreams. Please help me welcome, join to the new to the Connect fam, Miss Katelynn Bennett. Hey, Miss Katelynn.
Hey.
I love it. KB. KB. That's the
I do
name.
go by K or KB.
Hey,
Yes.
I love it.
All right. Well, Kay, your faith is a big part of your life. Let's start there. Can you
Yes.
share how your faith has played a role in your journey as an actress so far and how it's guided you in your career decisions?
I will say I grew up Christian, but I think as most, people as you get older, I never left the faith, but I forgot what faith does for you. And so I always wanted to be this actress and, just things distract a lot of distractions. And so I looked up, next thing I know, I was 27 and I was like, dang, I was supposed to act. And I felt like it wasn't my time anymore. But I heard God say, if the steps are here, if you follow these steps, I'll let you skip the line. And
Mm.
even though my age wasn't, old or anything like that in the world of acting, I was coming back to acting a little bit older. And whereas most people with the dreams that I have, you look at Zendaya, who was acting in her teens, I felt like it was too late. But when God tells you to do it, do it. And so I moved to Atlanta and I got an acting coach. And on my third audition, I booked a really, really big movie, which was BET's A Christmas Surprise as a lead character. And from there, it's been lead role after lead role after lead role. So I could have started as a teenager, sure. But most people who start at that age, they start with roles that are, hey, he went that way, or those small, we call them under fives in the industry. But I feel like God allowed me to skip the line because I finally started following the steps. So I would say, number one, don't think about your time. Just think about your obedience, and God will allow you to skip a couple lines.
Well,
Awesome.
Kaylin, you mentioned wanting to inspire others to chase their dreams no matter how big they may seem. Can you share more about your motivation, how you plan to leverage your platform and media presence to inspire and uplift others in the pursuit of their own dreams?
Well, my new thing now, when I meet anybody, I'm always like, so what's the dream? And I think as people get older, you minimize and you're like, what's practical? And the thing is, I'm going to get back to God. The God I serve is not a practical God. He has access to everything. So I feel like the reason why people don't reach their dreams is because they start thinking smaller. And even recently, there was a situation that I was entertaining because I wanted to do things normal and I got normal results. And I had to be reminded, you're not meant for normal. You're meant to do whatever you want to do at the biggest scale. And so I just tell everyone around me, I'll say, first things first, what are you doing, for a living? What are you doing with your time? And if they'll say, oh, I'm doing this, I'm like, well, what's the dream? And some people, they have it. They're like, oh, this is the dream. And then other people, they sit back for a second and they're like, oh, I'm allowed to dream. And it's like, yeah, you absolutely should never stop, because even with the biggest names that I've worked with, I just worked with Jamie Lynn Spears, who everybody knows who that is. She's a person. And if 2 years ago I was just, this is my studio that I'm in, it's just my loft in my house. 2 years ago, this was all I had. And now I'm working with this person who is everything.
Love it. Well, we are so grateful to have you with us. Your energy is completely on point.
Thank
Tell
you.
everyone how they can keep up with you.
You can keep up with me. I am trying to be better on social media. If you follow my stories, I take y'all on the journey with me, because not all days are great days. With acting, it's highs and lows. So I'm always on my story. Either it's a good day or it's a not so great day, but I'm always encouraging people on Instagram is KAYBELOVE, which is KB Love.
That's that's awesome. Thank you so much, Caitlin. And I got to ask you really quick, one scripture that holds you up throughout, I guess, the week, the day, or one scripture that you want to share.
Um, which sucks is everybody talks about the way I say this name, this Bible name. I used to call it Habakkuk. I guess it's Habakkuk 2:2. I actually have it right here. It's on my vision board. My vision board is in my studio. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables that he may run and readeth it. I have that in my studio here. So as I'm auditioning, I have the vision, write it down, make it plain. God's gonna honor it. That's my scripture, I think, for the month. but I have
Bam.
a different love for one. Every time I keep reading, I'm like, ooh, that's good. But this one is the one that's applicable to my life right now.
I love it. Rebecca Tutu, write it down, make it plain. There you go.
Yes.
Thank you so much again,
you.
Katelynn. And a big thank you and so much love to all of our guests for pulling up today. Make sure you follow all of these amazing women. Thank you to Ariana Perea. Thank you to Barbara Lapola. Thank you to Jacqueline Rodriguez. And of course, none other than Katelynn Bennett. And please be sure to follow them, like I said, on social media. And of course, our host, a shout out to Miss Rola Diab. Sandy will be back next